Kris McCusker joins us now from the City News Business Center. And two blockbuster movies are going head-to-head in theaters right now, and one of them already has an early edge, at least for now, Kris.
Can you guess which one?
I'm going to guess Barbie, just by all the pink I've seen out here at Yonge Dundas Square today. A sea of pink, everyone in just a hot pink. I quite like it.
I know. Yeah, we didn't wear the right clothes
No,
for
I don't
the
think
Barbie
so.
premiere. Yeah. Should have thought of that. Anyway, yes, Barbie is leading the way so far. This is according to Variety. Melissa, $22.3 million at the previews, and that means it's the second best release of the year. It also more than doubled what Oppenheimer has seen so far. So Barbie now behind the Super Mario Brothers movie, which made $26.5 million in the U.S. in Thursday previews. Now, Barbie projected to gross between $95 and $110 million in North American theaters this opening weekend. Oppenheimer pulled in $10.5 million in Thursday previews, and it's projected to gross roughly $50 million at the domestic box office this weekend. Now, I'm hearing that Oppenheimer is about 3 hours long. Maybe that's the difference. I don't know.
I heard the same thing too, and I'm not sure if I can sit through all of that, but it's supposed to be excellent, so maybe it's worth it.
Yes.
All right, now there's signs that the most recent interest rate hikes are having an impact on consumer spending.
Yes, we did get retail sales today from StatsCan, and we did see an increase of 0.2%, but that was below expectations, Melissa. This data is from May, and then June retail sales expected to show no change. Now, let's remember the Bank of Canada hiked interest rates in June and also in July. So in other words, if you want to look at this from the Bank of Canada's perspective, the hikes are having the desired effect on slowing spending in an effort to cool inflation. Now, the Bank of Canada did cite consumer spending as one reason for the most recent hike. So what were we spending on? Cars and parts. Sales at food and beverage retailers also moving higher, along with supermarkets and grocery stores. Not a lot of spending on markets today, Melissa. We did see the TSX. It was actually the best performer in North America, and it did eke out a gain this week of 1.3%. The NASDAQ lower for a second day. It was down about 0.5% this week. And then the Dow was higher for a 10th day, so it's now on its longest winning streak in 6 years. But the Dow only up by 2 points today, so maybe running out of steam just a little bit.
Okay, and the White House is moving to regulate artificial intelligence, and some big companies are on board with that idea.
Yeah, now this is, I guess, sort of, it's being described by advocates as kind of a first step, potentially to maybe more later on. But U.S. President Joe Biden did announce today new voluntary commitments with 7 U.S. tech companies. He calls them an important step towards managing the enormous promise along with the potential risks posed by artificial intelligence. So Biden says his administration has secured these voluntary promises with companies like Amazon, Google, Meta, and Microsoft. He says they have agreed to ensure their AI products are safe before they're released, but he also did not detail who's going to keep an eye on all of this or potentially hold the companies accountable. The idea here, of course, to root out harmful material, things like misinformation and such, but to also look for bias or racism as well. So I feel like we're going to hear a lot more on this. We continue to hear a lot about AI and generative AI, which I guess is the thing everyone's most worried about.
Right.
I feel like all of this still evolving.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, thanks so much, Kris. Have yourself a great weekend. And that's City News business editor, Kris McCusker.